Session 8, Giving Help and Seeking Help. Tonight's activities focus on skills that enhance participants' ability to give help and seek help. With help from the elder, families will prepare tobacco pouches or explore local traditions related to seeking advice. Giving back to the community can be a powerful way to recognize all that one receives from it. This can include gratefulness for the roles that plants, animals, and other forces play in sustaining a community's wellness. As puppeteers or actors, youth will rehearse their helping skills by acting out different scenarios. Building on last session's parenting approach, adults will discuss effective communication skills to negotiate positive changes in their children's behavior. The session starts as usual by getting together and welcoming participants to today's activities. You can briefly introduce the theme of today's session, giving help and seeking help. Invite the elder to conduct whatever ceremony, protocol, or acknowledgements are appropriate for the session. You can budget about 5 minutes for this portion of the session. After the opening is mealtime. If you decide that it's appropriate, you can ask the elder to bless or give thanks for the food. Invite families to serve themselves and give priority and assistance to elders and anyone who might need extra help. Make sure that everyone lends a hand to clean up. In total, the meal should take about 30 minutes. Once you've finished eating and cleaned up, you'll be collecting feedback on the last session from participants. This should only take about 10 minutes and involves asking the group the following questions. What were some of the take-home messages from last week's session on problem solving with the STEPS model? Review the take-home activity by inviting participants to give examples of someone or something that they helped, and ask them to explain how it made them feel. After reviewing the take-home activity, the elder would take the lead and explain the traditional way of seeking help in your community. Some communities have used this as an opportunity to introduce participants to the ceremonial use of tobacco and the practice of offering tobacco in exchange for guidance. If this is relevant and appropriate for your community, you can take this time to make tobacco pouches with participants and give them the opportunity to practice making an offering. If tobacco offerings are not a traditional way of seeking help in your community, please adapt this exercise so that it fits your context. If you decide to make tobacco pouches or conduct a similar activity with your group, be mindful of how you would like to reorganize the schedule for the rest of the session. Next, youth and adults will split up for breakout activities. The youth will be role-playing help-seeking scenarios. Group youth into pairs and assign each pair a scenario. One person will play the role of seeking help, while the other person will offer help. You can find suggestions for scenarios in Session 8 in the youth booklet. Give youth an opportunity to rehearse, and then invite each pair to present their scenario for 2 or 3 minutes. Try to budget about 25 minutes to explain and play the game. Next, you'll lead youth through an activity in their booklets called Communication Skills. Read through the first page with them and offer explanations if necessary. Then, go through the example sentences on the next page. Ask participants to pick which of the examples they prefer and invite them to explain why. Meanwhile, you'll guide adults through a series of short discussions. First, you'll use the text in Session 8 of your facilitator manual to start a conversation on the theme of interdependence. Next, you'll point adults to their booklets, where you'll go through parenting steps 5 and 6 with them. Finally, time permitting, you can take up where you left off with last week's index card activity and invite adults to continue sharing their parenting tips with one another. After the breakout sessions, communities running 2.5-hour sessions will get participants together to watch a video, while communities running 2-hour sessions will conclude for the night. The video, which was produced by our Anishinaabe collaborators, focuses on the ceremonial use of tobacco. Please take the opportunity to discuss an alternative to this activity with your facilitation team if you decide that the video is not culturally relevant for your group. Please contact your coordinator or the research team in Montreal if you would like to show the video, but you do not have access to it. Session 8 comes to a close after the video activity. We recommend that you thank participants for their presence and let them know that you're looking forward to seeing them at the following session. Next, explain the take-home activity in which participants practice seeking help from an elder. Please print the mystery sentences activity ahead of the session and take this time to distribute it to the youth. Instruct youth to approach an elder who speaks their indigenous language and request their help in translating the sentences. They can offer tobacco if it is appropriate. Finally, you can lead participants through a relaxation exercise or ask the elder to offer a closing word or observe any other meaningful practice. Please keep in mind that this video is only a summary of the session. Make sure to read the detailed description in the manual and to prepare the material as indicated. Thank you for your role in bringing the Listening to One Another program to families in your community.